Okay, this is a native way of realigning an object that isn't in world orientation like that. If we look at that, we can see it's all 0, 0, 0. Now that's been realigned. Now if I Alt R this at the moment to reset it, it will go back to this. However, if I do Control A and apply rotation and scale, which is easily done accidentally, you now can't move this locally. If I GYY ZZ, I can move that locally based on its rotated axis. This now no longer has a local axis. Now there are both free add-ons and pay add-ons to fix this. I actually use one called World Align, which is in here somewhere, which is really useful. Recommend it. But if you haven't got that, you can just go into edit mode, select a face. I've chose this face because I'm assuming I want that to be pointing up on the Z. Then I'm going to go into orthographic mode because it makes it easier to see. So I pressed 5 on the keypad there. Then I do a shift and then a 7 on the numpad. And that now has aligned the view to that face. And from there I'll do a shift S and I will snap the cursor to selected. Now I have snapping pies add-on, so your snapping menu may look different to this, but just make sure you snap cursor to selected. Now the key thing here, don't change your view. Press tab, go back into object view or however you choose to, then do a shift A, add in an empty, if we add in arrows, and in the align change from world to view. Once you've done that, you can move the view. So you can see now, you select your object, shift select the empty, Control P, click to object, select your empty, Alt R to reset its rotation, and you can see now that this is pointing, while not in the same direction as this, it is pointing in the world axis. So that's been reset. Now I can then Alt P, clear the parent but keep transformation. Now you can see it's got a different rotation there. Do a Control A, apply your rotation. Now then I've got a copy of the original item here which I'm going to use to re-rotate. And to do that I use the copy attributes add-on, really useful little attribute add-on, that built-in one. So select that, shift select that, Control C, copy rotation. Now you can get rid of that empty if you want now. That now is back to the same rotation. So if I GZZ, I can do XX, YY. So that now has its local rotation. If I put that on local, you can see it's different. If I change it to global, local. So you're now back with that having a local rotation as it was prior to being accidentally doing it. Now obviously if you've done that and you don't have a copy and we apply rotation and scale, you can't use a copy of that because it'll be at 0. So what I do then, same process, go into edit, that one's still selected, shift F7, snap the cursor to selected. I'm going to add in our arrows, change it to view. Right, now what I'll do here now is actually shift D and I'll just X, put that back on global so that I've got a copy of the empty as it stands in its current form. So do the same, Control Shift, Control P, object, select Alt R, Alt P, clear parent, keep transformation, delete that, Control A to apply rotation, Shift select that, Control C, copy rotation. So basically I'm using a copy of the empty before I reset its rotation. And then now you've done that, you can get rid of that one as well. So that's that. Hope it's useful.